The sound of guitar. Ah, you're really hitting home with me. Alright, this is not a reaction, this is a confession. Over the years, the reactions that we made me discover some songs that stayed with me. Even though I wasn't aware at the time, but some of those songs that have already become an integral part of my life and my story, and I want to share that with you that actually were the ones that made me discover those songs. A little bit of context. This is already 5 years ago, and I was going through some stuff. Then were the early days of the channel. Maybe I was not even at 50, 60, 70, I don't remember. Maybe we hit 100,000 subscribers probably. But the channel was growing, and I was introduced by all of you to all this incredible wealth of new artists and music. For some reason, this artist Lenin, his version in La Cité, in Cité, which is this venue, if I'm not mistaken, in Paris, acoustic, just his voice, was, as soon as I heard the first few chords, the sound of the guitar, the chords immediately spoke to me. I was like, huh! I perked on the chair like, hey, I recognize some of this. This most likely is gonna talk to me because I'm a 90s kid, right? That was brought up with grunge and the melancholy of Nirvana or Alice in Chains, right? Or Pearl Jam before they were Pearl Jam. I forgot the name of the band. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So there was that. Or, you know, Temple of the Dog, for instance. So I grew up with that. When I heard Lenin, this song is from 99, but this version of 2006 was just like, okay, you got my attention, I'm in. And at the beginning was just a beautiful song. It really hit me right away. But then when I started to read into the lyrics, I was like, wow, ok, mesmo quando tudo pede pouco mais de calma, até quando o corpo pede pouco mais de alma, a vida não para, right? Even when the word asks you to be calm, or when the body asks you for a little bit more soul, life does not stop. I like while the time goes faster and asks for haste, while it has to, you know, pick up, I refuse. I'm not gonna do that. Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna take my time and do a waltz, do my dance. Simple in a sense, but at the same time, it hit me because I was going through, still working on this whole thing of anxiety that I'd been working on for already at that time, maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years at that stage. And the early years I was alone in that anxiety, not so many panic attacks anymore. There was something a little bit traumatic a few years before, more anxiety and avoidance. And the first years were like alone. And already to that stage, there was a gigantic build-up already. When I heard those words of Pazienza, of an early 40-year-old man, it just hit me. It hit me with a simplicity and a profoundness that I did not expect. And that's the beauty of music in general. You know, some songs, they just find you. It might be different, you know, somebody listens to this now, will not have the same impact. Mostly we carry the songs that we've heard in our early teens, right? And we carry them with us through life. Thanks to you, all of a sudden, for the 40-plus-year-old man, this song rose the ranks right into my playlist, into this beautiful part of my life. And every time I listen to Lenin now, I'm just like, wow, I get the goosebump because it's one of my go-to songs, right? One of my go-to songs. And I love that because your go-to songs are rare, are very rare, right? At least for me, I don't have like 300, 500 go-to songs, right? There are many, but not that many like that. So, wow, Lenin Pazienza. I'm really curious, like, to hear from you which one are your go-to songs. or which one is your go-to song right now, this month, this week. Because this is a beautiful thing. You develop a relationship with this art and become so integral part of your life, and you cannot be happier. And honestly, I couldn't be happier that another song, a song of Lenin in this case, it's part of my story, it's part of my life, and I'm gonna show it to my kid when he grows up. You know, I'm gonna show it to him, let him listen together with all the other songs that I love.